Welcome to this episode of the Sports Detective Podcast Show. My name is James Williams, and today is college football stealing Saturdays from the NFL? What? Well, Tony Kornheiser was on a Pardon the Interruption the other day, and he basically made that case and said that the fact that college football is scheduling their 12-team playoff on Saturday when the NFL, after the Army-Navy game, usually starts scheduling NFL games on Saturday, that it's completely disrespectful to the NFL. It's football and football crime, and basically just kind of tears apart college football for doing that. So I think it's an incredibly ignorant and out of touch rant. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys, and then we'll react to it on the other side.
Nobody ever beats the NFL. Golf gets out of the golf business when the NFL season starts. They just stop in September. Excuse me. The NFL drills baseball. Baseball rearranges their playoff schedule to not go head-to-head with the NFL. The NFL annihilates the NBA. The NBA was doing fine on Christmas Day for a few years. Somebody in the NFL office has said, let's crush them like ants, which they did. Now nobody even knows who's playing in the NBA on Christmas Day. But football on football crime, Mike, this is pretty new. There are spots in this country, as you well know, having covered college football, where college football will outrate the NFL. I would think that an Alabama-Georgia game would outrate a Falcons-Saints game, for example, especially this year, because those teams aren't very good. I certainly think that's possible. The point I want to make here, though, is the NFL isn't going after college football. The NFL has had this Saturday window for years.
Decades.
After Army-Navy. After Army-Navy, you get to play. This is college football attempting to spit in the eye of the NFL. This is a different thing.
Yeah, I understand why college football did it, although they could have put all 4 games on Friday. They could have essentially declared Friday college football playoff holiday. And they could have gone 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11:30, whatever. They could have done that, and Friday, tomorrow, nobody's working tomorrow. And it's just not, certainly not in the second half of the day. They could have done that. They decided to go with the traditional Saturday, which, as you mentioned accurately, the NFL's been there for decades in college.
Yes.
I remember watching these games on Saturday in the last couple of weeks of the regular season, back when they had 14 games they did this. So I think it's a big deal for another reason. You can watch all the games. I know you are the last person in America who refuses to have a second screen. Most of
I don't
us,
have multiple
because
TVs.
even if you have an 80-inch screen, you can have your laptop, you have a handheld. Everybody watches more than one screen. Go to your local bar. You can watch everything. This is a bonanza. This is a big deal for that reason.
I got one set, but I'm going to start with the college games. But, Mike, I want to see how Patrick Mahomes does on a bad ankle. And I want to see Lamar Jackson against Pittsburgh. I mean, as much as I love college football, those games are really games I want to see. We move to the NBA.
Okay, so let's talk about this. This is incredibly ignorant and out of touch. Let's explain why. Why is it ignorant? The NFL bullies whoever they want, whenever they want. That is what they do. He brought up some examples there. They bully the NBA. They bully the WNBA. They bully college basketball. They bully the World Series. They bully golf. They don't only just bully other sports, and they have this like, we have this gentleman's agreement with the other football leagues where we won't mess with them ever. Dude, what was the law that was introduced or was passed like decades ago? The NFL will not play on Friday nights before Black Friday. That was a bill that was introduced decades ago. What did the NFL do week 1 this year? They played a game in Brazil on Friday night with the Eagles and the Packers. Is that not spitting in the eye of high school football, which is why that law was passed? What about when the NFL started playing games on Black Friday this year, a day that they usually did not touch? That was college football's day. Is that not spitting in the eye of college football? What about Thursday night football, which is a new concept? It used to be college football used to have Thursday night football used to be like a really big day in college football. I remember growing up, going to college football games, watching my team, Iowa State, playing a lot of Thursday night games. I don't know the last time we had a Thursday night game. It's probably close to a decade. and it's someone that like will fill out picks every single week and will go through all the schedules of college football every single week. The college football has abandoned Thursday night football. They don't do it anymore. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 games on it that like matter. And most of the time it's like G5 schools. Maybe sometimes there's like some ACC schools and whatnot, but isn't that what the NFL did, going to Thursday nights, spitting in the eye of college football? So why is it when college football does it to the NFL, playing on Saturdays, which is their day? Saturdays is their day. And plus, the reason the NFL started doing these games on Saturdays is for money grabs. It's being greedy. The NFL is the greediest sports league that we have, and they're the most powerful sports league that we have, and they bully everyone because they can get away with it. That is what they do. So the idea that college football, how dare college football take Saturdays away from the NFL, that is absolutely ignorant, if not idiotic. Okay. Here's where this is also like incredibly out of touch here too. The idea that like, bro, just play the games on Friday, man. Make Friday your day. Well, first off, again, Saturday is their day. They play Saturdays predominantly. Most college football teams, maybe there's the occasional like Monday game, or like we said, maybe there's a Friday night game or a Thursday night game, but it's become less and less because the NFL has been encroaching on a lot of those days over the years. And but it's mostly Saturdays. So the idea that, oh my God, college football, you guys should stay away from Saturdays. Like, what? Also, where it's out of touch, just make Friday your day. Like, people don't have to work. Like, there aren't millions of Americans working. I had the privilege of not having to work on a Friday. I'm recording this on Friday afternoon. There's millions of Americans right now working on Friday afternoon that are probably going to have to work Saturday too. That there's probably kids in school right now. So the idea that college football should just make Friday your day, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's kids in school. There's people working. Like we're not, like, this isn't December 24th or even Christmas. Like, this is like a work day. This is still a work day, and people are busy. And also too, towards the end, this is such like an old guy thing at the end. How can I watch 2 games at once? Which I guess that's like a Korheiser thing, apparently, that Wilbon was bringing up there. But like, oh my God, I can't watch 2 games at once. Just bring in 2 TVs into your room. You guys are both multi-millionaires and are very, very successful. You can't watch 2 games at once. And by the way, it's only going to overlap for like 2 games because college football, it goes from like 11. It's the 11 o'clock time slot, the 3:30 or 2:30 time slot, let's just say 3 o'clock, and then the 7 o'clock window. So that last game, that night game, is I believe it's Ohio State, Tennessee, if my memory is correct. You're going to be able to watch that game all by yourself, but the fact that the NFL wants to go on Saturdays too, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Let's not worry about it. This is a dumb thing to get mad about. And the last thing I'll say about this is Roger Goodell, if he sees that clip, he probably creams his jeans. Those guys are just simping so hard for the NFL that just, oh my God, the NFL, bro, we should get all the days. NFL gets, like, they're taking Christmas this year. They're going Wednesday. The Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes on a bad ankle, had to play 3 games in 10 days because the NFL is greedy, because they bully around everyone when they want, whenever they want, when they want. So the idea that college football is stealing Saturdays from the NFL is just, on its face, just ignorant and if not stupid. So there you have it, though. Even though respect to those guys, legends in the broadcasting game, sports talk game, but you guys are wrong on this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you got this far in the video, I love you. Thank you so much. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. That is the number one thing that you can do to help support this show. It also will recommend more of our videos to you, and it'll also help it so that you can get almost every new episode that we end up releasing. Please leave a like if you haven't done so already. That's how I know that this video was something that you enjoyed. And then please leave a comment on what you think about this video and just kind of like the topic or anything else. So thank you very much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.